Hi everybody, welcome back. So this is my introductory project pan for the year. I've been doing a project pan for the past couple of years and I really enjoyed doing them, so I'm going to stick with one again this year. I did put up a planning to pan 2024 video about a month or so ago. I will link that one if you've not seen it. And I've gone through my makeup collection and I've decided what I want to pan this year. And I was thinking, shall I keep my project pan around about 10 items, which is the number of items that I tend to keep in my project pan, and then start adding things in once I use items up? Or shall I just put everything in all at once, because if I want to get these products used up, I might as well just include them all at once, and I've decided to go for that route. So my project pan is starting off quite high at 18 items, but looking at the list, I've only got like a couple of duplicates, so I hope that that won't kind of hinder my progress. There does seem to be a product per kind of makeup category within this project pan, so hoping I can get things used up fairly easily, fairly quickly. There's a couple of hopefully quick wins in here, but then there are some items that are going to be in here for the majority of the year. So let's talk through what these 18 makeup items are. Firstly, a primer. This is my Revolution Super Base, my dupe of my Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base. A really good dupe, really affordable dupe, a hydrating primer. I don't have too much of this left, so in theory this shouldn't take me too long. However, when I put my makeup on during a work day, I put my makeup on very quickly after finishing my skincare, so I don't need to put a primer on. So I think this will probably be a weekend only bit of makeup, but I will try to add this one in a couple of times during the week. It depends how glowy and how radiant it's gonna make my makeup look. It might be a little bit too over the top, but anyway, not much of this one left at all, and then that will give me 4 primers left in my collection. This is the year of me using up a lot of my stuff. I was doing my makeup today and there were so many products that I was putting on my face and I was thinking, I don't need this many products, I don't want this many products. So yeah, it's the year of using up my makeup. Speaking of which, foundation is the next category, and foundations I currently have 7 and I do not want that many in my collection, so I have included one in my project pan. It is my Aborine CC cream. This is technically out of date, but I have been using it recently and it's been absolutely fine, so I just need to continue to keep an eye on this one and hopefully it will still continue to be fine on my face. So the Aborine CC cream in the shade Claire. This is a 15ml tube, but I really like this product, so I have been dipping into this product consistently since I bought it. So I reckon that there's actually about half of this left, and there are 2 foundations, including this one, that are out of date. This and my Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk one, but I decided to put this one into my project pan first because I have recently finished up a foundation. I prefer CC creams anyway, so I thought, well, let's work on a product that I prefer to use, and also because I've got about half of a 15ml tube left, I'm hoping this will be a quick and easy win. I don't think this will be an empty by the end of January, but I think that I could finish this up by the end of February. If I can, I'll be really pleased about that, because that then means that I'm down to 6 foundations and then I can just continue to kind of put more of them into my project pan. I have a powder that I want to use up. This is a mini one by Hourglass. This is the ambient lighting powder in the shade Diffused Light. This is a recent purchase though. I only bought this one in the past month or 2 because I didn't own any finishing powders and thought that it might be a nice addition to doing my makeup, and I wanted to try a couple. So I bought this one and then a full-size MAC Mineralized Skin Finish. Now, I don't realistically need 2 in my collection, but I wanted to buy both of them to compare them. I haven't really quite got an opinion on either one of them yet. I don't think I really have a favourite between them yet as well. So I will be focusing on this one because once you start opening them, the clock starts running out, so I need to get them used up, and I don't want my project pan to just be about makeup that is close to expiring or that I'm not as keen on. I want to pan and work on makeup that I like. So this is one of those products. Because this is a mini, hopefully this won't take me too long to use up, but like I say, it is a recent purchase, so I'm starting off from fairly brand new with this product. Next product is a product that is soon to be out of date in like a couple of weeks, but also I really do like using it, so this is a bit of a combination product. It is my Revolution Ultra Cream Bronzer in the shade Light. I've got quite a big pan going on in this, so this one should only take me a few months. I reckon I can be done with this in the first quarter of the year. Really beautiful bronzer. I've got some of it on today underneath all my powder products. It's just really lovely to work with, really easy to work with. It's a beautiful warm colour without looking really orange or really muddy. It's fairly kind of glowy as well, so it makes your face look really plump and healthy and fresh. And just really easy to work with, not stubborn. It doesn't like remove and disrupt my makeup underneath. Just a really lovely bronzer. I really do enjoy this one. This is, I think, well, I've only tried 2 cream bronzers. I was going to say this is my favourite cream bronzer that I've tried, but I've only tried 2, so it's not really a fair competition, but a lovely product, a project pan item that I'm going to really enjoy using up. I've got 2 products that are rollovers from last year. They're both blushes. First one is the Vive Sunset Blush Balm, a liquid blusher in the shade Pesca. I don't have much of this left. I'm getting very close to the point where I will need to cut this open and then scrape out the rest. I have been giving it a big shake, whacking it on my hand to try and get the product out, and that's not working as well anymore. So I think in the next couple of weeks I will probably need to cut this tube open and scrape out the rest of the product, and it will be interesting to see actually how much is left in here once I do that. But this one I'm going to say I can finish up in the next quarter. And then the next one is by Rare Beauty. It's one of the melting blushes, the Stay Vulnerable ones in the shade Nearly Apricot, a darker version of the Vive one. This is a cream blusher, not a cream bronzer, a cream blusher. Really pretty blusher. I combine these 2 together on the back of my hand, mix them in with a brush. Really lovely. Much prefer these to the liquid blushes that Rare Beauty do. And with this I have a hole in the middle and I can see the metallic pan underneath it, so maybe this is another one that I can finish off in the first quarter of this year. That would be exciting. That would be 2 blushes that I could finish off in the first quarter, so let's see if I can do that. I also want to use up my contour product. This is by e.l.f. It's the Halo Glow Beauty Wand in the shade Fair Light. I've got a little bit of this on today, just a little bit up here and then down my nose. It's a really lovely product. I bought this last year, so it's fairly new into my collection. But the problem with this is that if I don't intentionally try to use it and remember that it's in my collection, I can very easily forget that I have this. So that's why it's in my project pan, so I can force myself to use it up, because otherwise it's just going to sit on my dressing table and I won't use it. But a really lovely product. It's got one of the sponge applicators, so you just draw it on your face, easy to blend out, and just provides just a little bit of shadowing. It's nothing too obvious or too dark and too muddy. It's a really great easy contour product to work with. There's quite a bit of this left though, so this will be with me for at least the first half of the year. I've got a face palette I want to use up. It's by Vive. I love this palette. This was a limited edition palette in the shade Dawn. 1 highlighter that I completely used up last year, 2 blushes and a bronzer. I have been dipping into these 3 shades fairly regularly since I bought this palette. The bronzer has much more of a dip in it than the blushes do though, so the bronzer is going to be the one that I'm going to hit pan in first. I think I can hit pan in that one in the next month. I don't think it's too far away, but I think this is another product that is going to be with me for at least the first half of the year to completely finish it off. But I layer the blushes together, I get my brush and dip into a little bit of both of them, and they're just really beautiful, easy to wear, warm, natural, everyday shades for me. So really beautiful palette, and I love the quality of Vive powders. They're just so easy to work with. In terms of highlighters in my collection, I've only got 2. I've got a liquid one that I mix in with a body lotion, so I don't use that as a makeup product, and then I have a stick one from Hourglass. But I do have a powder highlighter that I've included in the face palette category because it's in the Hourglass Leopard face palette. So I have decided to include this one in my project pan. I thought, well, I might as well start focusing on shades within this palette. This is fairly new to my collection as well. I only bought it like a month or 2 ago. So I'm going to include the highlighter from this palette. I've got a little bit of it on today, and it's in the shade Celestial Strobe Light. And this palette is beautiful. Hourglass powders are so lovely. So I said this is a year of me using up a lot of my makeup, and I want to use up a lot of eyeshadows. I will be doing a separate Pan Those Eyeshadow Palettes introductory video, but there are a couple of single eyeshadows that I want to use up as part of my project pan. They are both by MAC. They're in this little duo compact here. This one is in the shade Patina, which is no longer available. They've discontinued it. Don't know why, because it's an iconic shade. I've got some of it on my eyes today mixed in with Woodwinked. Patina is a really interesting khaki gold bronze, a really beautiful colour. Not that pigmented though, so I do need to build it up quite a bit on my eyes, and I think that's why I've got quite a decent pan going on in that one. And then this one is Woodwinked. This is a really beautiful, much more pigmented shade than Patina, but it's a warm gold bronze, and mixed in together they're really lovely. That's what I have on my lids today. So I want to completely use these two up, but because I've got those Pan Those eyeshadow palettes, I will need to somehow try and balance all of these eyeshadows that I want to use up. So this was a product, or these were products that I was thinking, shall I include them a little bit later on in my project pan? But like I said at the beginning, I want to get them used up, and I'm only going to get them used up if I start working on them, so why not include them in the project pan now? But really lovely eyeshadows. The reason that I'm panning them is because these are another product that I can kind of forget about if I don't intentionally try and remember to use them, and these are very much out of date. These are like 8 years out of date. Quality is still absolutely fine, but I probably should get them used up. I have a couple of eyeliners that I want to pan. First one is by Peaches and Cream. This is a cream colour in the shade Papyrus. This is really great for the waterline. I've got some of this on today. Just helps to brighten up your eyes if you're looking a little bit tired. Putting a bit of a cream, not a white, a cream eyeliner in your waterline is just a really great way of opening up your eyes a little bit. I think this one is out of date. It's a pencil, you sharpen it, so it's not that much of an issue, but that's really the reason why I want to get it used up. And then the next one is by Kiko. It's in the shade 04. It's a dark brown. It's a little bit too dark for me. I would prefer something lighter and something a bit warmer, but the Kiko eyeliners are really lovely, and you get a smudger on the end as well. And although I've got two eyeliners in my project pan, I can wear them both at the same time, because the nude one I'm only going to put in the waterline, and then the brown one I can put on my upper lash line, lower lash line as well, so they're going to not compete with each other in terms of usage. And then I've got some lip products. Firstly, a lip liner. I have this one on today. It's in the shade Natural, and it's by NYX, and it's a really great neutral warm brown pink colour. I decided to pan it because I don't have much of it left, so I think this could be an easy win. And also I want to pan it as well because at this time of the year I like to wear a lot of pink makeup, so I can get through this one fairly quickly. I also find it quite easy to pan lip liners as well because I just fill in my whole lip with it, and you sharpen it fairly regularly, so you get through it quite quickly. And another reason is that I have bought another lip liner by Jane Airedale that's in a very similar shade, so I don't want both of them open at the same time, so I want to get this one used up first before I can work on the Jane one. I think I can use up quite a few lip products this year, and the first one that I want to work on is by Clinique. This is the infamous Black Honey. I am not that keen on this one though. I don't particularly like the shade. The shade is a little bit too neutral for me. I wish it was a bit warmer, so I do have to warm it up with lip liners or lipsticks underneath. Also, this clings to dry patches on your lips as well, and then sometimes the pigment is really uneven. I can have one part of my lip really pigmented and the other part is really sheer, so it's not the best formula to work with. But this is going to be an easy product to use up. It's also messy as well. I've got product down here. Ugh. So it's going to be an easy product to work with, to use up, because it's a lip balm, so I can apply it on makeup days, no makeup days. I can just keep layering it up as well, and there's not much of this left. I have that much left, so not much at all. I can possibly use this up by the end of February. Nearly there, just a couple more lip products to go. Two lip glosses that I want to use up. First one by Bobbi Brown. This is in the shade In the Buff. I got this as part of a gift set in autumn, so this is relatively new. The reason that I want to pan this one is because the colour is a little bit too cool toned. I can warm it up with other lip products with it, but on its own it is a little bit too cool toned. but the product itself is lovely. It's such a sort of like thin lip gloss. It's not very sticky and tacky and gloopy. It's a very comfortable hydrating lip gloss to wear. So beautiful product, and I would be interested in trying other shades from this line, but it's just the shade itself that I don't particularly like. Lip glosses along with lip liners I can pan very easily because you layer it over lip liners, lipsticks on its own, makeup days, no makeup days. It's a lip gloss so it doesn't last very long, so you can just keep reapplying it throughout the day. So it's going to be a really easy product for me to use up. I'm going to say the first quarter though, because I do have other lip products that I'm working on and it's fairly full. And then the next lip gloss is one by Kiko. It's meant to be clear, but it has mixed in with some other lip products, so it is a little bit pale pink. Kiko lip gloss is lovely. Such a wide range of colours that you can get. Similar formulation to the Bobbi Brown ones though, so a very comfortable, very beautiful to wear lip gloss. And I used up 2 of these last year, so I have no doubts that I'm not going to finish this one off this year. This should hopefully be another lip gloss that I can finish off in the first quarter. And then last product is a liquid lip. It's my only liquid lip. It's by House of Colour. I will swatch it for you. It's in the shade Nearly Nude, but I do have some of it on today with a couple of other lip products. And this is a fantastic, warm, natural brown pink everyday colour. Can go with a wide range of makeup looks. The reason that I'm panning this though is because it's not a lip product that I reach for that often, and because it's a liquid lip it is just slightly drying. But that means that I can layer it with the Clinique one, I can layer it with other lipsticks, I can layer it with the 2 lip glosses that I just spoke about. So hopefully this can be quite a versatile, easy to use up product. But I think that this will go past the first quarter of this year. I think this will be a product that I can finish off in the first half of the year. So that was a whistle stop tour of all 18 products that are in this project pan. So 18 products. Like I say, it is a lot of products to be working on, but there's only a couple of products where I have duplicated. So there does seem to be a makeup item per category, per each step of me doing my makeup routine. And I do want to use up quite a few products this year. So that's why there's 18. Like I said at the beginning, I thought let's get them all into the project pan straight away. Let's start working on them, start using all of these products up. So if you're doing a project pan this year, please let me know what you've included in yours, how many items, how's it going? And thank you very much for watching. Hope you liked it. My next video will be my introductory pan those eyeshadow palettes video. So a lot of makeup for me to be working on using up this year, but I've got high hopes. It's only the start of January. I think I can do it. So thank you very much for watching. Hope you liked it, and I will see you again very soon for the next one. Bye.